So what you are about to hear is a backstory to some things that we had way back in part 1. Just minutes before we had gone into John's point of view, we all were sharing stories to each other, as mentioned earlier. But when we would get to John's story, we heard some shocking things. Ethan had asked John, "Let's hear a story from you." "Alrighty," John said. It was about 2 weeks ago, when I had gone missing. I was hanging out with my friend Evan that day. It was on a Saturday afternoon, and we just decided to take a walk into the woods. Only though, we didn't realize how far out we went, before we experienced something disturbing. We both saw the same figure that we had encountered a little bit ago, before entering this cave. That creature was one of the most dangerous things you ever could encounter. I was able to escape from it. It was a long story about what had happened to Evan. John said to all of us sitting there in the cave, "We decided to turn around and leave after hearing that exact screech. After hearing some more disturbances, we decided to run. After a bit of running, we were really tired and thought there was no point in trying to run, but we needed some way to escape. So we decided to climb into a tree. A tree that we thought would keep us hidden from the entity. It went quiet after being in the trees for some time. We thought we were safe. Time did go by, and we looked down and we saw that creature was looking right up at us with those wide eyes at the bottom of the tree. We both panicked really hard. Evan accidentally fell out of the tree. I grabbed his hand to keep him from falling. I couldn't hold for as long as I tried to get him back up. He then slipped by accident and let go. The entity had killed him with his bare claws, and took an entire pile of leaves and knocked down the tree that I was in. I was injured for some time after the tree had fallen. Shortly after, I just got up and ran. I so wanted to save Evan, but I just couldn't because I had nothing to use to be able to fight the creature. I was never found since. I kept running. Until now. I was too afraid to say anything to my parents because they wouldn't believe me. I had ran farther into the forest where I was lost from the parking lot. I had no compass equipped, and I was too afraid to keep trying to find the lot because I didn't know where the creature would have appeared. I've been keeping myself hidden for all this time until you guys have showed up. After hearing all that, we were all sitting and listening to the whole story. I had sat there, listened to John tell me every one bit of it. After all that I heard, I thought it was a good idea that we should just leave. So Ethan then asks our search leader, "What do we do now?" Our leader tells us, either we wait here in the cave until daylight, or we prepare with what we've got and leave now. If we pick option 2, we keep John behind us at all circumstances. We all take a second to decide which option. Ethan suggesting we just take option 2 if it means leaving quicker. We all agreed on it. One of our members had stomped out the campfire with his boot that we had in the cave. I took one peek outside to see if it was safe to move. Nothing was in sight, but had no thoughts of anything hiding around here, so I had grabbed our team and took a move on. We walked toward the cabin as if it was in the same direction of the parking lot. After a long walk, we began to hear twigs being stepped on and rocks falling from a stump that was near us. We all knew that wasn't going to be good. Our leader took a slight look to the left and we saw the entity. After 1 second, "Run!" he yelled to all of us, and we began running to the parking lot like there was no tomorrow. It chased us and got close enough to us. One of our members was snatched, and the creature clawed through him and left his body in the dirt. The rest of us just kept on running. Our leader stopped and let us run past him, and he grabbed a rock and threw it at the entity. The rock hit the left eye and slowed it down. We were able to make our escape to the lot. After we had gotten to the lot, everything was quiet. Our leader files the report of what happened to one of our members in Evan. Ethan and I took John home, and had all the stories to follow along.